Alright man, so Mr. Martin 405 back with another video on today's the day. Take it to get it dropped off, to get it color sanded and buffed. I need to hit up my guy Isaac, figure out his schedule on getting another dash done. So I think I don't know if I'm gonna get another one or just have him do this one. I'll check and see. I'll keep y'all updated on that because these few areas that are bubbling back up are irritating. It's one of them things, man, you just never know. Like when it was cold, they kind of popped up, so I'm wondering if they will sink back down once I get it into extreme heats and it actually sits in the sun. But either way, I'm gonna get that redone. But yeah, man, I gotta get it off to my guy to get it color sanded, buffed, and then we'll fully be done. And then I can take these off, put my rims back on, get ready to actually pull it out. See what people think of it, man. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think. It's been a long time coming, bro. It's been a process and then some. Not too shabby, man. From small things like changing the steering wheel, and then bigger projects like pulling all the interior, getting my materials, whether it be material for the seats, whether it be the suede on the console down there, whether it be the suede on the visors, the headliner, which I still need to get that back in. A few pieces still to throw back in the back seat. Like I said, get my door panels back put together, get those put back in, my speakers put back in and wired up. Still have a few things audio wise to get knocked out. I got most of my stuff, like I said, previous video. I still have to get my amp and all the other stuff. I need to get with my audio guy, figure out what else I need to purchase to get that stuff to him so he can get that stuff wired up, get all of that stuff installed. I think I'm gonna have that amp put back there on that back wall. Second, and we're gonna have that stuff set up, but pretty much done, man. Outside of a few small projects to get done, and then really jumping up under this hood, really seeing what things I'm gonna continue to change out in this area, and then kind of go from there. I still need to get my wire conceal kit so I can clean up under the hood, get those wires tucked up under there, clean those wires up. Smaller stuff, man, but I got all the big stuff knocked out. So I'll be working with that, make it up, shop and see exactly how much they will charge to get my tips put on. I want to try to see if I can get this done before hitting the show Saturday. So I have 40s that will go on the existing tips back here. So I need to hit them up and see exactly what it is that they charge to get those on there. So we shall see, man. Clean up. Some stuff on the store handles, which I plan on kind of going over those. A few trim things to put on there. Like I said, I got my pinstriping. Pinstriping matches the interior. So a couple areas I plan on here. Probably go around the top of my handle here. Do that. I'm still trying to figure out what other areas I'm going to. Goodness. A couple areas that I am going to go over with the pinstriping. But we shall see, because I don't want to do too much. Still kind of want to keep it all black on the outside, even though I have some red on the rims. And a couple other things on the exterior. I still need to change my wipers, which I'll probably do that today as well. Like I said, I still need to pull these valve covers. I plan on pulling them and painting them. Like I painted those. And then I'm probably going to stripe these areas here. Do those the same color red, even though, like I said, I don't plan on having the hood popped up like that. It's not a whole lot. up under here, but it's nothing too special. Ain't no LS up under here, nothing like that. Which I don't plan on changing it anytime soon, but I'm still trying to determine if I'm going to change it at all. Because like I said, I haven't even reached 127,000 miles yet, so the motor's still in fairly good condition. A couple things I still need to change to get my AC and my heat together, so that'll be the next project that I work on. I'm not really concerned with it right now, even though I'll probably be going to the shop here before long to get that tackled. So y'all stay tuned for that. But I'll be bringing y'all the content of, I might as well leave that up so I can change those wipers. Bringing y'all the content of actually dropping the car off to my guy, so y'all can see him do his thing. Or see the before and then the after. Stay tuned. All right, man, so top back on. Just a little bit of this dust off. Trying to get this top on and off with this new weather strip. It's a task. Now, what I need to do, let's get this joint back up in now. All right, man, so we back in the streets, man. Stop back up at the paint shop and pick up a tool used to take the top off, put it back on, because having to do that manually is trash, bro. For those of y'all who don't know, Corvette actually made a little ratchet that you use to put those bolts up in there, which as time went on, made them convert to T-tops as y'all know them now, with the handles. Therefore, you ain't got to do all of that. But they didn't have the forward thinking to do that in the earlier years. Why, I don't know. Or they just decided to be different, which I would go with the latter, just based on the simple fact of I had an 82 Trans Am. Now keep that in mind. Had an 82 Trans Am. The Corvette that I have is an 88. The 82 Trans Am that I had not only had a key where you could lock the T-top, but it also had a handle, so you didn't have to deal with screws. So they could have did it, they just chose not to. It's kind of like with everything else with the car, like trying to change out the fog lights in the front of the car. There's no just taking the fog lights out. Like most fog lights that you have now on cars, like say for example on my Durango, bolts for the fog lights are back behind the bumper. You can take them off, no problem, no issues at all. You know what I mean? No issues at all. You can get to the fog light. Some other cars, like the bolts are in the front. Again, get to those bolts, take off, change fog lights. In that car, you have to completely take off the front bumper because the bolts to the head of the fog lights are not in the rear, they're in the front, but they're in the front behind the front bumper. Like I said, you can't make this stuff up, bro. So we're trying to build cars, especially cars that are a little bit older, to where, you know, people were thinking more about aesthetics and how things looked and not about how to replace certain parts or whatever. You have a whole lot more issues. Which, like I said, if you're just gonna buy a car, hop in and roll, you're not really doing any work on it yourself, you're not worrying about rebuilding it. That's one thing, which completely makes me understand why certain people drop their cars off to certain shops, you know, to get the work done, or you just buy your car already done. Which again, I've been on Facebook Marketplace and a couple other, you know, places, you know, seeing people asking 15, 20, 25 grand for these cars that are already complete, to where you don't have to worry about the interior, you don't have to worry about the paint. The car's already been painted, the interior has already been done, you know, pretty much the motor's a 9 out of 10, but that's why you're paying the $25,000, $30,000 price tag, especially depending on what it is that you're looking at. Man, but headed back to the house now, trying to tighten up a few other odds and ends on the car before I drop it off to get color sanded buffed, trying to get it ready for the show on Saturday. Gonna wait to drop my door panels in there because I have a little bit more work to do on them. That's a whole nother story with dropping them off, thinking somebody is actually going to do your equipment the way that they would do if it was theirs. That's not necessarily the case. You know what I mean? Like I said, most of the door panel looks fine, but where the guy sold the two pieces of material together only to realize, oh, well, this stitch is too high. I took the stitch out, but you can still see where the needle perforated through the material, so you still have those holes above where the armor is goes. So I got to clean that stuff up, try to hide all of that stuff, which again, I'm not going to put the guy's name out there. If you're watching these videos, you know who you are. It is what it is. I've never been one to bash somebody's shop or knock somebody's hustle, whatever the case is. Have other cats that I know who have gone to do, we've had conversations only based on the fact of knowing, hey man, where's the shop at that you took your car to, you got this part done, da da da. Yeah man, he had my car, and this is what, it's one of them things, like you're ruining your brand yourself. I'm not going to be the one who, you know what I mean, puts that energy out there towards you. It's one of them things, like, just know you'll never get any more of my business, and the people that you continue to do that way to where, you know, the work's not done right and you're pushing it out anyway, you know, you're stopping your business from growing. You're stopping, you know, yourself from getting future clientele, because a lot of the people out here, like myself, have multiple cars. Like, so if I have other projects, you stopped yourself from getting that business. But anyway, man, got y'all back on when I get to the house. Show y'all what process I'm on. Bring y'all along for the ride and dropping the car off. Let y'all see the car when I pick it up. May not be in this video, maybe in a later video, especially being that he's gonna have the car for the next few days. Pick it up sometime Friday. So y'all stay tuned. All right, man. So we on the way. Get it dropped off. Get the color sand and buff so that way we can fully be ready. Almost be done. Like I said, I got a few projects to kind of knock out here and there. But as for right now, the exterior and most of the interior will be done. So we out here in traffic, man. Let's go. All right, picked it up. Didn't get a whole lot of footage while I was up there, man, because I was just kind of checking out the work that he did. Bro, still gotta kind of wipe it down here and there. But yeah, y'all see what's happening. Y'all see what's happening. Yeah, to completely finish up, get these red ones on. Now to get my fresh sweeps on, these go on the outsides of the doors. Get these on, door panels, rims. Wipe it down in the morning, go over final details. But coming together pretty nicely. This is on. Wiping everything down, making sure all the compound is off, making sure all the dust is off, making sure all the screws are where they're supposed to be, all of that good stuff. And of course, get these on there. So, still at it, man. Trying to get this thing together. Thought about doing this after the sun went down, it would be a little bit less hot, but I was mistaken. But we're halfway there. Bad if I say so myself. Can't wait to see the finished product. Still got a little bit of pinstriping to do. A few other touches. And then we'll be ready to roll, man. Trying to get together, like I said, for the show tomorrow. So, y'all stay tuned, man. back wheels. This stud that is back here is impeding the progress and the greatness of this here. So trying to get that situated, but overall came out good. Like I said, came home with some hardware. Finished in the top 20. Well, the category was top 20, but it was actually top 5 where I landed on the list. But still got work to do. Pretty decent though, man. Let's tap back there in the back. Suede on the visors, headliner along the center console. Nice to finally see it come all together, man. But as always, appreciate y'all stopping in. Continue to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until the next video, man. Peace.